From the hardwood floors to the rafters packed. Welcome to the show. This is Basket the Basket, where the crowd gets loud and the takes get drastic. Breaking down every play, every stat, no plastic. Yo. We talk legends, rookies, dynasties built. From the drive to the dish to the splash, from the tilt. From the opening tip to the closing act. We got the insight you need, straight fact, no cap. From the garden to the bay, where the nets stay snapping. To the shy, where the sky and the vibes stay cracking.
I'm learning the words, nigga. I'm learning the words. You feel me? Welcome back to another episode of Basket the Basket from the sideline. I'm your host, Troy, and I'm back with the fellas. Fellas, how you doing?
Word.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
All right, so we got to start this show off a little sad. And if you know Troy, Troy hates starting the show off sad because then you got to get back into a groove talking about fun things like the playoffs. But we just can't hold this topic till the end of the show. Brandon Clark's, the player for the Memphis Grizzlies, was found, passed away. No official word on cause of death, so we're going to stay away from that topic. But we, as from the sideline, just wanted to offer our condolences to him and his family, to his friends and the people around him. And if you guys want to share anything or say anything.
RIP to Brandon Clark, man. Unfortunate situation here. Young guy, 29 years old. That's pretty unfortunate.
This is always a tough subject. Just shout out to him, shout out to his family. I know they're probably dealing with a lot right now, especially after really sensible holiday and Mother's Day. It can be tough to lose a child. Like Troy said, we're not going to speak on the cause of death or anything like that. Just here to offer our condolences. Promising young player that I think Memphis was really banking on to work out. So it's definitely just unfortunate that we lose another young soul way before their time to go.
All right. This is a hard transition, but as professionals, we have to do it. We got to talk about some Lakers Thunder bounce the Lakers last night. 4-0. Did them Lakers get their asses whipped? No chance. That's what they got, and they didn't stand it either.
I'm on it, Vince McMahon.
Listen. To you LeBron fans out there that's crying, and the guy that was writing me on my video this morning, talking about Austin Reeves and his 8 turnovers, and he plays no defense, and he's bad. Listen, guy, let me tell you something. Y'all niggas didn't play defense from the beginning of the season. The fuck are we talking about here? You think it was going to be something different? You think it's going to be something different? 2 of those motherfucking turnovers were steals. All right, give credit to the guy who stole the fucking ball from him. You feel me? How about giving credit to the Thunder for playing some goddamn defense? It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's Austin Reeves' fault, 100%. But listen, in the grand scheme of things, the Thunder have a good defensive team. This is what happens. And on top of that, Austin Reeves isn't the normal guy you run your offense through. He's probably not a good ball handler. That's why you have Luka. So when you put somebody in roles that they do not fit in or do not belong in or do not have the skills to play in, this is what happens. But this is nothing different from what happened in the beginning of the season to them making the playoffs, to them beating the Rockets, to them losing in the second round in the sweep. The Lakers didn't play defense. There was no consistent defense. They brought Marcus Smart over to play some defense, and it turned him into Steph Curry. Boo up. Hey, boo up. Was that not the same goddamn thing I complained about when he was on Boston? Now, granted, he had a 30-point game. Inconsistent. Doesn't need to shoot that much. These are the things I said about Marcus Smart. The Lakers used him in the same goddamn way. What happened ultimately in the end?
They didn't do that.
Yes, they did. They let him shoot the ball, motherfucker. Yes, they did.
That's not
yes,
using
they
did. The same way.
Yes, they did. They used him on defense, and he shot the ball. The same thing he did for Boston.
No,
maybe they should have put Marcus Smart in to run the point instead of Austin Reeves.
No, they did what they did what they could do based off their team makeup. Marcus Smart don't even for 1 second have to be a playmaker on the Lakers. Not for 1 second.
Yeah, because they knew that.
Okay,
He's
man.
supposed to be a D&3 guy, and they let him shoot like this nigga name was Dylan Brooks.
He had good games, and he played great.
He had good games, inconsistency. He had good games on Boston, too. And I was still sitting here telling you the same thing. Was I not?
You could be telling me the same thing, be wrong on this matter because you're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
It's not the same thing. You're not telling me the same thing.
I'm not wrong.
He actually overachieved in this role.
100% overachieved. Because he's
this
drunk dirty.
Not with Boston.
He overachieved with the Lakers 100% because he scored 30 points.
No, he just steal.
Yeah. And then what happened after the 30?
Troy, go to these games.
Nothing.
You just talking right now, bro.
I'm not. What are you talking about?
You act like he only played one game and only had
what
one.
What are you talking
game.
about?
Go ahead.
Did his 30-point game come in the first round?
So one game is the only good game.
His 30-point. What did he do in the second round?
Talking about with you, bro.
What did he do in the second round?
You go to people points per game or points a game and just be like, that's the end of it. He only gave me 12
What did he do in the second round? Tell me what he did in the second round.
Like, bro,
tell me what he did in the second round.
He's already the best player in the league and held him. No, he did.
Yes, he did.
Troy, oh my God.
Oh, see, now you want to do this. Just because Shea didn't score 35, 40 points don't mean Marcus Smart got cooked.
If you hold the guy below his numbers, that's what you're talking about.
He got cooked, nigga. That's just what it is. Marcus Smart looked like Marcus Smart. Yeah, without the playmaking that he did for Boston, because we didn't have a point guard, they didn't use him used him the same way. He played the same goddamn way. Took a bunch of motherfucking threes when he shouldn't have. Should not have took a bunch of threes, but he did.
No,
1 for 7, 2 for 8.
That's because
0 for 4.
That's because
by looking at one game. One game. How we get stuck on Marcus Smart? Any fucking way. Back to Austin Reeves. Back to Austin Reeves. Guys blaming Austin Reeves. It's not Austin Reeves' fault. The Lakers just didn't play no damn defense. You got to blame the whole team. They don't have that many defensive players. Marcus Smart is probably their best defensive player. I don't know. Would Buat probably tell me I'm tripping? I don't fucking know. But listen, I didn't expect nothing less from the Lakers but to go into this series and get swept. I gave them one game, if that. That was the quote. I'll give them one game, if that. The Lakers are just a superior team. When great offensive meet great defensive teams, who wins?
The defense, honestly. No.
He said the defense. No, they don't.
Defense.
Well, the Pistons get their ass kicked. And every motherfucking offensive game, the Pistons get their ass kicked. Like,
I seen this game won through defense.
They were a better defensive team than 100%, but they were also a better offensive team without Luka there.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. They killed these niggas on the inside.
Yes, and we could look at Shea scoring 19 in the game and this game, but they had 7 players in double figures in 3 games. They played as a team. I'm not looking at Shea as, he got stopped. No. Shea played within the dynamic of what the Lakers threw at him and still succeeded in it. People ain't talking about LeBron. LeBron outplayed him.
They don't want to say it. But I already know
outplayed him
who this loss is on.
Because he scored more points than him. No, he played within what are you looking at, boy? He played within what the Lakers threw at him and he still succeeded in it. Did his team not win? What are we talking about?
All while having or taking more free throws than OKC, which was the main problem that everybody was complaining about when it came to OKC and Shea, was that they get too many free throws and they be foul baiting, et cetera, and they don't like the way they play the game of basketball, blah, blah, blah. But I think in 2 out of the 4 games, the Lakers averaged more free throws than OKC.
And I have pointed out in a couple of my videos how Shea only had 9 one game. And he wasn't getting the calls. What did he say? He was not getting the calls that he normally get.
They were letting him play. You watch the game, they were letting him play.
But he still found a way to succeed. Like, and succeeding is what? Are we talking about just points here, boy? Like I like to go through, or are we talking about overall what he did for his team? Passing the ball, finding guys open, playing defense, getting in the passing lane. Like, he did a plethora of shit.
Like I said, a lot of people don't want to say it, and I get it because it's not going to be a good look. But this loss is on JJ.
100%.
People can say it's on
LeBron. Make good
adjustments. People can say it's on Austin Reeves. But this sweep is on JJ.
But I don't like nothing we saying right now. It's not on JJ. It's not on Smart. It's not on nobody. Who is it on, Boo?
It's on the Thunder just being simply a better team.
That's true too. That's true too. But I do feel like the Lakers could have gotten one of these games.
I mean, they fought. I mean, but
and in this one, 41 seconds left, they have to lead.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but at the end of the day, that's the Thunder is the most complete. I don't want to say complete.
Without their second best player too.
They're just better than niggas, man. They
100%. I will not dispute that.
They're just better than them. Like, but I do think part of why the game was close, most of these games was close, was due to the fact that Marcus Smart was playing great defense on Shea. Like, period. Ain't no he just was succeeding. It's why these games were close at some point in time, like on a couple of them. Like, most of the games was getting away in the fourth quarter once all the starters was going to the bench. Like, the Lakers hung around, and that was due to Shea not being what he was in the last round. LeBron didn't outperform Shea for real. Like, people could say that all they want, but like, LeBron was just me and LeBron, and he was still good. I mean, I'm not saying he was great. That's the thing. What they want to do is say he was great to be a 41-year-old. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to say he had a series.
Shea shot 50% in 3 of those games.
Yeah, he shot 47% from the field, but Shea is normally giving you 32 points a game, not 24.
And how many guys that was normally giving you 8, 9, 12 stepped up and gave you more?
The main guy I would say would be AJ Mitchell is the guy that's standing out for that series. He was the guy that pretty much had a overwhelming performance, if you will, right? 20 points.
Isaiah Jones, I think, had a good game in that in one of those games, if it's not the last one.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Carlson stepped up a little bit. Like a couple of guys off that bench definitely stepped up.
Gave you basically 20 and 10 as well. So like they was just a better team, bro. Like, through the door, we knew this coming into the series. We knew this. That's why I'm not like shocked by none of this. The only thing the one thing I probably say I'm mostly shocked by is Shea didn't play better than I thought he would. Like, if you told me that the Thunder swept the Lakers, I would have told you, well, we know Shea had to average 30 ball or something. But yeah, it is what it is. When you got others stepping up, that's going to help.
100%. But that's why I say he still was able to do what he needed to do, shooting above 50%, being even with the great defense that Marcus Smart did play. Shea was still able to he got slowed down, but he didn't get stopped. And that's what I mean by he was still able to succeed with what the Lakers were throwing at him, because other guys got opportunities and capitalized on those other opportunities. And that is because of what they were throwing at Shea. Like, Chet had a big game. I think Wiggins had a decent game one of these games. Like, the only one that really struggled in this series to me was Lou Dort, or however you say his damn name.
Well, he struggles anyway. He's just not an offensive player for the most part.
Yeah, he's a defensive guy, 100%.
But the reality is the AJ Mitchell kid played exceptionally well.
Mm-hmm.
That's the story of he played better than Austin Reeves, and that you're not predicting these things. Some of the things
Austin Reeves came back in game 3?
Nah, he been back.
Nah, he came back. He was back last game.
Is he the game 2? I don't think he was back the last game of the last series.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he played the last game of the last series.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
He just hasn't been good.
But then that's my point too. Like, and when you say he hasn't been good, is he fully healthy to come back? What did he had
Probably not.
a tear?
It was oblique.
Oblique tear? Like
probably not.
That's the same thing I said about Ant. Like, did Ant come back too early with that motherfucking hyperextended knee and sprained ankle or whatever it was?
I don't know if we can say
it didn't look like it with the way he played last game, but
there you go.
Man, I think he fine, bro. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Shea 8 assists last. Like that's what I mean. Like I get it. Like the Lakers, I'm not defending the Lakers. I'm not defending shit. They got all the whippings they were supposed to get. You feel me? But to me, it is a collective team. I just don't like people blaming Austin Reeves or blaming LeBron. It's not like look. The truth of the matter is, if we can have a real conversation, LeBron is 41. Like, no, I didn't like his comments after the game, which I know Mel would have had up on the screen if he was here, about him saying, he was put in predicaments that he never would put in before in his life. Being a third option, he's never been a third option in his life. And then having to go back to being, the person he was all his life. Like, that was a stupid comment to me. Like, you are older, you're going to ask to take a lesser role. That's just what happens. You should be prepared for that as you get older when you are what you are. You feel me? He is still good. I think Nick Wright said that LeBron right now is better than Austin Reeves. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
No.
I do.
I knew I would.
I do. I think he is better than Austin Reeves because I never thought Austin Reeves was that good. That's the thing.
Offensively, Austin Reeves could definitely give you a spark, right? Yeah. But I think the other side of the ball is what hurts him.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that when he's playing with the Luka and LeBron, and then just before that he was playing with the Luka and the AD, right? Like, I mean, LeBron and the AD. Like, you're playing with like great players. Like, no disrespect to him, but he's just never truly has been a focal point yet. And until I see a player become a focal point of a team, like.
Well, that's beginning to change though, because Luka is reported to say that he does not want Austin Reeves traded in any trade that has anything to do with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, Luka ass is tripping, but
he wants his man, bro. He wants his man.
Yeah, he don't want to win then, because him and fucking Austin Reeves is not a good duo.
Well, we know LeBron's out. His contract's up. He got no options.
Offensively, they are. Defensively, they suck.
Yeah, that's the only problem for them. They're going to have to put some really good defensive guys around them.
You can't build no defensive guys around them. You can't.
Lou Dort.
No.
Marcus Smart.
No, you're going to need like a dog in the middle of the court.
You ain't gonna have one big. All he can do is protect the rim and shit.
That's it. That's all you can. That's all you can get.
Nigga.
That's all you can get.
Tackle fall, nigga.
No, you be proactive. You need the perfect type of player that would be good with a Luka Doncic would have been like a prime Kawhi, a prime Paul George, because those are wing players that plays great defense and can still give you 20 and be efficient doing it. You cannot have a point guard type player that this shit don't work, man. It's too complex to build a team with Luka Doncic, bro.
And then on the other end too, JJ Redick waiting so long to go back to Moore's point. You look crazy when he said it. A lot of people are blaming JJ because they're looking at what JJ did in this series and not benching Ayton quick enough or early enough for Hayes in this series. Is a big question mark, knowing that Ayton wasn't playing too well in this series. I know he had a good game, really good game in the last series against the Rockets, but he did not play well in this series. And those are the adjustments that you do have to make. I do think, trolling aside or joking aside, they did depend on Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard a little too much with the big games they did have. And then ultimately them two just fell back into what they are. And it's streaky scorers, streaky shooters. Not so much Luka hit the shot, but he just was off those games mentally. It clicks mentally is off. I definitely think the Lakers, even without LeBron, they got to make some moves to make that team more competitive, especially if you're going to keep Luka and Austin Reeves together. You're going to need to go out and get a big. You're going to need, like I've said, somebody to go in that 3-4 spot ish, like Paul George-ish, but. Like you said, prime. So Paul George might be up for grabs too. So they might get a Paul George.
They need to. They should have. They kind of popped to me. They should have traded the Austin Reeves when he was at his all NBA caliber player this year moments. They should have traded his ass. But teams, that's why I always will say what Dallas did with Luka, to me, you have to keep the leverage, you have to give something for your superstar. Because in today's society, once niggas find out you're shopping this nigga, now niggas want to sit down. You can't get what you want for these players like that no more. Once they start making it known they don't want to be there no more, and it's just too much. It's too much. You have to be aggressive. You have to, oh yeah, Austin, we get it, man. We like you. Trade it, nigga. Fuck you mean? Like, it don't matter. It don't matter that we cool with you. The NBA is a business.
And they tried to do that, but they did it with the wrong player and it backfired.
Who they do it with?
Dalton Connect.
No, fuck dude. He ain't got no real value for real. Like the shit I'm talking about, like when you got a player playing at an all NBA caliber, like he fake tricking other teams right now. Like other teams looking at Austin Reeves like, maybe I can,
I think that he's not tricking them. I think they see exactly what he can be, which is an offensive guy, not a defensive guy. The same thing Luka gives you
with Dalton Connect.
Yeah, same thing what Luka gives you. You'll get out of Austin Reeves, just not at
I'm not saying he's that kind of player. I'm not saying,
just not at the same clip.
The Lakers viewed him as that kind of player coming out of the college he came from with the way he was playing. I'm not even bullshitting Buwap. This was literally the narrative around his name coming from the media and coming from Laker fans out here in California and LA, et cetera, et cetera. They view Dalton Connect as that piece. So when they tried to trade him to Charlotte to get Mark Williams and that physical that was essentially their plan, because they viewed Dalton as the next quote unquote Austin Reeves, but it didn't work out that way. That's the reason I'm saying, like, they tried with Dalton Connect. That's what I said. They tried with the wrong person. I think I'm with you. I think they should have tried with Austin Reeves, but they did it with Dalton Connect, and it backfired like a motherfucker, because we know how special the Lakers front office can be.
Yeah, but I just still think they were just super loyal to Austin, right? They got a discount at the moment, so they looking at it like, fuck it, you might as well just keep them. But to me, you could have finessed a team like maybe the Hornets. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not the Hornets, but the Pelicans. Maybe you can finesse them for a Trey Murphy. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, you could. I think you could. I think you can make that work. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Like, I just don't get it.
Well, shout out to the Thunder. We'll see them in the next round, because if they got to play the Spurs, I think that's going to be an interesting matchup. If they got to play the Timberwolves, I could definitely see the Timberwolves pushing it to a six game series, but I will ultimately still have the Thunder. Don't know how healthy Anthony Edwards is, but we'll get to that when we get there. Next game up is the other team that's sitting on the beach right now waiting for their next opponent to be named, and that is Knicks versus the 76ers. Knicks whipped the 76ers ass. And when I say ass, I mean ass. They whipped their ass, and it was bad. It was a bad ass whooping. It was bad ass whoopings everywhere. They beat them the first game, 98-137, ass whipping. They beat them 102-108, a very, very small ass whipping. They beat them 108-94. That's a medium ass whipping, but they got the biggest ass whipping of them all. Like, they couldn't even go to the Wizard of Oz and ask for any of his tools to help them. And this ass whipping, 144-114, 30-point ass whipping in an elimination game. Listen, Buwap, you said it last week, I believe, or week before that. This is the Knicks' years to get to the finals, right?
And win it.
Yeah. And win it.
Say it again, Buwap.
They should win it.
Say it again.
The Knicks they should win the title.
Nigga, that's it. That's the analysis. That's the breakdown. Okay? You bitch ass niggas ain't got no excuse. Y'all have no excuse at all. Y'all done ran through the fucking Sixers, who upset the Celtics. Ain't no other fucking team that's really worried about that everybody should be really worried about, right? That was the worry. The Celtics were the worry. That was the narrative. That's what everybody was saying. The Celtics were the worry, especially with JT back, right? They're gone. You ran through the Sixers. What's your excuse? Go to the finals and win the finals. I don't want to hear nothing else, bro. Like, y'all got the team, y'all have the coach, y'all have everything that you need. Go win. Go win. And you guys are winning how you're supposed to do, finally. So go win the finals. Go win the finals, New York. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm a Boston fan, and you know, I'm also a basketball fan. It's what I push out here with my content and what we push over here. It's not just about being a sports fan. It's also not team fan, but it's also about being a sports fan overall. The Knicks are playing well right now. The one thing that I've said last week, I'll say this week, I don't think they can win the championship if Cat is not a focal point. I know everybody want to tell me if Cat was, he was in foul trouble with the 8-point game. Yeah, he shouldn't be in fucking foul trouble. Like, that's just what he shouldn't be in foul trouble. Like, he's important to you guys winning. Yes, the others stepped up, hitting big shots, and especially in that last game, them niggas was hitting their shots like crazy, and you got to respect that. But when you come up against a defense like the Thunder, I think they could counter punch that shit, and because they are a counter punching team. So I don't think the Knicks are a counter punching team. Like, it's like if they come out and you smack them in the mouth, they're gonna come back and smack you back in the mouth and get back in the fucking game. Then what happens? Like, then what happens? Then what do you show?
The biggest problem that the Knicks are going to run into if they run into OKC in the finals is OKC does a good job of slowing down the game. So with how the Knicks like to go run fast, pace, run, OKC does a really great job of trying to of neutralizing that. If you looked at the game last night, that's what LA tried to do, and it worked for a majority of the game. It worked really well for a majority of the game, but there comes a certain point in time to where OKC, Shea, AJ Williams in this case, but normally it's Jay Williams, Chet, where they slow the game down and they make it difficult for teams that like to get out of transition, that like to run and like to play really fast-paced basketball, to get into their flow offense, to get into their offensive set, and to really get into a rhythm. So when I see if that matchup does tend to happen, because at the end of the day, it's basketball, we really don't know.
You don't know.
That is kind of what I see happening. In Mike Brown and the Knicks are going to have to do something to try to combat that. It's going to be a lot of, like you said, Cat getting involved, right? If they're going to slow the game down, then Cat, you're going to have to slow the game down and have to make sure that it's not just going to be a whole shootout, right?
Well, them shots Cat want to take, no, you're going to have to get on the pick and rolls and roll.
OG Anunoby, they're going to have to live inside the paint. Josh Hart's going to have to be really big on the defensive end and the rebound end. Because we know OKC has.
But really I think the same thing applies if they play the Spurs too.
Same thing. No, for sure. Same thing. I was gonna say same thing. It's the same thing. And the Spurs got young guys to do it. That's the scary part.
They got the legs to keep up with you, because somebody pointed that out about the Lakers. It's like, well, even though the Lakers got blown out, God said it on TikTok today, even though the Lakers got blown out, the Lakers showed us how you can slow the Thunder down. And some might think it's true, some might not. I don't know where I'm at in that. I don't know where.
Tell people that all season.
I don't know where I'm at in that one, but the Spurs have. They're a really good defensive team too. Young legs, can run, can chase guys off the 3-point line like the Joshes and it's got the McHale's. So it is really interesting to see. I do. Boo-Up, I am with you, all right? I do think this is the Knicks' chance to get to the finals. I don't know. I get what you're saying about winning it, but I think at some point the Knicks are going to nick. At some point,
I love that.
The Knicks are going to nick. And I'm not the only one to say it. A diehard media, big personality who's a Knicks fan said the same thing. He thinks at some point the Knicks are going to nick.
Yeah, but I don't look at basketball like that, because all that generational team curses and all that weird fans.
No, not that. I just think that the Knicks, no matter what team they have together, they always find a way to shoot.
I know that sounds like a generational curse. It don't matter who the coach is. I just think I do definitely think it depends on the personnel, and I think the personnel always resembles, in a way, the personnel that started. Like, they got tendencies. You got to watch it. It's tendencies. It's just
It's just things you see out there. It's like, yeah, the Knicks are gonna nick. Like losing 2 games to Atlanta. I know Atlanta's a good team, but there's no way the Knicks should lose 2 games to Atlanta, but then blow out the 76ers. Like with Joel in the game.
See, that's how you looking at it. The Hawks are a more grittier fighting team. The 76ers.
I just said they were a good team.
A little younger.
No. I'm saying the 76ers, they did in their mind, they just won the NBA championship. They
said they just won it. But Mulich, you said they were younger. Why not utilize VJ? He was going off. He was playing well. It's like the Knicks went into the 76ers home and neutralized all their weapons. They just neutralized everything.
For one, it's unrealistic to expect so much from VJ in his rookie year.
I'm not expecting so much, but he was playing well. You got to find something that works.
He played well against Boston. He
had some big games this season.
I just don't think they had enough, honestly.
No, they didn't. I don't think Joel was fully healthy either. I think we got a case of guys just coming back early to try to prove something.
The Knicks are better than the 76ers.
100%. But but you can't see and tell me Joel, Maxey, and Paul George out there ready to go that they're not supposed to put up a better fight.
I mean, you would hope that they would, but this is Paul.
And that's all I'm saying.
George we're talking about.
Right. We talking about Podcast P. I know who we talking about. Podcast P.
35
Podcast P. That's what the crowd was chanting.
And I think that's the point. That's the problem that they ran into, right? You got a Joel who's not fully healthy. You got a veteran old guy in Paul George, right?
What's something wrong with Maxey knee? That shit was fat or something. Commentators was talking about it, and the cameraman zoomed in on that shit.
Probably, right. Maxey was probably probably just muscle fatigue, right? But when you get a team that just likes to run, and you got guys who can't run, it's never gonna work out well. It's funny because I really don't like. Yeah, you can go with the young guys, right? You can go with the VJs. You can try to go with the ride with the Tyrese Maxey way, but it's not gonna work out in that favor because
they agree. I agree. They didn't have enough.
Yeah, you don't have enough guys that can come back.
Powerful, but when you're looking on paper and you're saying those names and how they play, Maxey coming into his own, Joel Embiid being
coming back,
the best big man in the game as some consider when he's healthy. You got podcast pandemic PG3. That's supposed to be giving you at least 20. You think that they could go in there and get a game or 2 on their home damn court?
I didn't.
I did.
I don't know why.
I didn't.
I did. He said that shit southern than a motherfucker. I did.
Tell him. I didn't.
I didn't. I was down here on the road and I told them guys down there that I did.
Oh, niggas, get the brooms out, bro.
Get the brooms out. Sweep them up.
Yeah, I had them in 5, but I'm not surprised by a sweep because Philly don't play defense, and I think that's the difference in this series.
Is that, and then they just not on shit, bro. Like they really not.
So moving on, let's move the conversation over a little bit then, right? What is the next move for Philly for them to be on shit, Boo?
They in the weird spot, bro. They have a player like Joel Embiid. When he's there, he is their best player. It's obvious he's their best player. I don't want to hear this Tyrese Maxey shit no more. Like I said early on in the year that they might need to trade Joel Embiid, but it's consistent with how I feel about like players like that. You need to trade them at their apex while they still have value.
Yes.
You don't. You're gonna just get bits and kibbles for their ass. That's what typically happens. That's how business works. That's why I keep saying the NBA is a business. The person with the leverage gets the better end of the deal. That's how that goes. So
sometimes, because most of the time.
Most of the time, if I have leverage on you,
most of the time, because some people do make some stupid deals even when they should have leverage.
Yeah, every now and then you see the case where somebody flips some assets where it looked it and appeared that they got the short end of the stick.
Right away. Well, you pausing. You got the short end of the stick, man.
Something else before that, but
Oh, okay. I didn't listen. Hold on. Let me play it back real quick.
I can't hear that shit that bad. The person with the leverage makes
yeah,
the better end of the deal. That's how it goes. So sometimes.
Keep talking, boo up. Let me. I want to hear it, nigga. Listen, I got the fucking live playback, nigga. What's up?
I see, but yeah, man. I'm just saying, like the Sixers, they just in a weird spot because I fuck with Maxey. I like what he do. A good player, might be even a great young player in the next, in the next class that we have coming up. Because as we see, as we should all know, if you live long enough, you might see it again. It's going to always be this called the changing of the guards, right? Like we seen our KDs, LeBrons, the Stephs. They had their moments. The Kawhis, the 2010s was their era. The 2020s belong to this new class of players. This is the Lukas, the Giannis's, the Tatums. This is their generation. So Maxey, I don't know if he's going to be in this fold of players, or I don't see it. I think he's just a number 2, or he could be a really good number 2. I don't think he's a number 1 option. So I think it's tough to like move off of either one of them right now. You damn near wanted to see if they can, be healthy and see what they can do. But I don't know. It's like you bring in a guy like Paul George. You do. I know. I'm gonna say this. I didn't expect much from him.
Paul George got 2 years left.
I know. I just
Embiid got 3 years, and so does Maxey. And Maxey making $40,000 next year, 43 year after that, 46 the year after that. So the thing that you're saying, right, is trading them when they have value. Should they be looking to trade Maxey, or do you keep Maxey and try to get off that Paul George? Because Paul George is making 54 next year and 56 the year after that. But then can you get off a Paul George contract?
But I'm saying, when you picked up Paul George, you're thinking he's the piece that is going to put us over the top, right? This is what he was brought in for. He's not
to help. Yes,
he's not brought in to be a co-star. He's
but at 54 and 56, I don't know
what.
That's second. He's getting. Is that not second option money?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You only get that type of money when the team still view you as the one piece away piece. Like he's worth that, because the Clippers was trying to give him some close to that, but the Sixers ultimately gave him the real bag. They weren't finna give him as much, but they went out the window because they looking at it like, we got Max, we got Embiid. We really just, if we get this wing type player.
If James stays, then that's different, because I think they would. I don't know if they would have rather, but I'm thinking they would have rather have James in that position than Paul George. James Harden, when he was there.
James Harden was already on the Clippers with Paul George and Kawhi.
No, I know, but I'm saying because they was just Maxey and Embiid for a little bit. I know that, but I'm saying if James Harden was still in that position with Paul George's, I think they would rather.
I don't know, because I don't know if you see Maxey blossom the way you blossom next to James Harden.
That's true. He probably becomes more of a shooter too.
I don't know. Neither one of these niggas, like James Harden, still got a little chance to prove, maybe this is his year or whatever. Because to me, they need to beat the Detroit team. They really do. Like, James Harden is.
I don't know if they can.
I don't know either. I'm just saying they need to. And this is how I look at that shit. Cleveland should beat Detroit. Period. They're a better team. They're a better team.
I don't view it. I think Detroit's the better team.
No, I think Cleveland is better offensively. I think Cleveland, based off of how much money these motherfuckers are making, this is how I judge it. Period. Like you said about Paul George, about his contract,
right?
Option money. If I just a team and it's a bunch of niggas making. It's one nigga making number 1 option money. It's 3 other niggas making number 2 options. I look at the other team. Well, the Pistons, they only got one nigga that's really capable of making number 1 option.
Well,
they don't even have a nigga on the team that you really be like.
Jared Allen is making third option money.
Who?
Jared Allen.
But we get why he making third option money.
Yeah, he's making 28th and 30 and 32. Now the James coming in, you got Evan Mobley at 50, Donovan at 50 next year, and James at 42 next year.
Yeah. But I'm just
they paying niggas a lot of money. They got Max Strauss next year for 16 and Dennis Schroeder for fucking 14.
Bro, niggas is making money. And go look at the Knicks. Go look at the Knicks shit. Look at the Knicks.
Yep. Knicks is they're paying. Yeah, I was gonna say Knicks.
But I was gonna say with the Knicks, you pay out your ass to win a championship right away. They're trying to follow the formula.
When they
shot, Cleveland taking the same route.
All right, see now this is something.
Nigga,
Josh Harden's getting third option money. OG, damn, OG making more than Brunson next year.
Yeah, I was gonna say they paying OG a lot.
42 mil. Brunson making 37, Bridges at 33, and Karl Anthony Towns at 57. That's one that means Karl Anthony Towns should be your first option. He's not. Brunson is at 37 million. OG should be your second option. He's not. Like
it don't even
at 42.
It don't even matter because I'm just looking at the fact that y'all getting paid, bro, as a unit.
So Karl Anthony Towns got 2 years left, and then OG, Brunson, and Mikal, it's into 28, 29, which is then 48 mil, 43 mil, and then 38 mil.
You getting paid this money, bro. Go out here and earn your contract.
I'm gonna say y'all gotta perform.
Like Jordan Clarkson, a free agent. Boston should definitely pick him up.
How I felt at the beginning of the year, I don't really care. Like, I'm not to say that the regular season don't count, but as far as seeding for certain teams, like I didn't really care what Cleveland finished off with. I figured they're gonna be like a top 4 seed. I don't care if they're the 1 seed because we think them as the 1 seed. That shit, they got exposed. Cool. Long as you tell me that you got the same core, same cast, and you making that same money, I'm gonna tell your ass.
Reeves has an option this year.
Who?
Reeves, Austin Reeves.
Man, look.
So I think you got either team option or player option. I'm not sure.
I think it's a player option.
Yeah, because I think blue might be team option. I gotta figure out what the colors mean on this shit. Don't tell you what the colors mean.
Them to go, man. That's simple. They messed up though, because teams they keep letting Austin Rivers get exposed in the playoffs. This is how you make your money, bro.
But he ain't making no money. Well, I mean, he making money, but it's only 14 mil next year, and I think definitely he gonna decline that so he can get more.
Yeah, but the only team that's gonna be willing to pay him more is a team like the Lakers who can't just afford to lose him for nothing.
And then Doncic wanting him there too.
That too, but I wouldn't care what Doncic wants. I would care what basketball suggests. Basketball suggests you two motherfuckers don't need to be on the same court together. Not for a championship. That's
this nigga is guaranteed $149 million. How do we get here?
Luka and Austin Reeves will never win the championship if they're the 1 and 2 punch. I promise you. I guarantee it.
I don't know if he's the 1-2 punch, but I do think if Reeves can give you the scoring, but you do need a better second option for Luka. But then I don't even know if Luka is the type of player that could win you a championship leading your team.
So exactly making my point again.
Yeah, now I'm with you. I'm not fighting against you here.
One of these niggas is somebody you have to build around, which is Luka.
Which is Luka.
Or try to build around.
Right. You can try, but you don't. You
but
build around.
Who they have on their roster next year is Luka, Austin Reeves if he takes his options, Vanderbilt, Ayton, Jake, Marcus Smart.
They need to keep Marcus Smart.
Net.
They need to keep Marcus Smart.
Yo, DJ, shut up, man. Don't be coming in our chat. Shut up, man.
They need to keep Marcus Smart. He can play the starting guard next to Luka. He can play that.
Bronny is there next year, and then Theodore is there next year.
Talk about people that's gonna actually play.
I just told you who's on the contract. The James is gone. Luke Kennard.
Bronny got playoff minutes, man.
Max Kleber is a free agent. Jackson Hayes, free agent. Chris Mano, free agent. Nick Smith Jr., free agent.
Bronny has some playoff minutes, man.
They got some
spots they
can fill. And the only thing I'm looking at is, look, I don't know if you keep Ayton, but you could he has a player option for next year, and so does Marcus Smart. It's green, so it might be team option. I don't know who's green is.
Smart because Marcus.
No, wait. Did Braun have a player option or a team option?
I don't know. Don't care.
I think he's just a pure free agent at this point.
No. Last year, when to this season, was it a player option?
He had a player option this year. Yeah.
All right, so green is play option because this shit don't tell you. It's two different colors, nigga. I don't try to figure it out. All right, so green is a play option. So Austin Reeves has a player option next year. Marcus has a play option, and Ayton has a play option. Connect has a team option for the next 2 years. And then Bronny will have a team option for his last year, but he's on the roster for next year, which is somebody I'll just waive.
Yeah, they should be. They both should have team options because they're coming off rookie contract.
Because I don't see in what scenario do you think the Lakers keep Bronny? I don't.
Man,
he gonna go to Cleveland with his daddy?
I don't know what they doing for real. Like,
you can go to the Jazz. I don't fucking know.
I don't know what they doing. They in a weird position too. Like they in a weird spot at the end of the day, bro.
Because they already like made hints that they're not going to re-sign LeBron.
Yeah, they just saying that shit though.
They could be. They definitely could be just saying it.
Because they in a weird spot. They damn like they in a place where they can't damn near afford to lose, Brian.
I mean,
at this point, honestly, that's the part that sucks.
You afford to lose him if you fucking buy into Luka.
It ain't even about buying into Luka. It's like, what are you doing? Like, are you finna if you finna build around Luka?
Well,
like, this is what I don't understand.
Whatever team LeBron signs with, they definitely get a signing trade.
I don't know. Like LeBron
signing trade, so they're gonna get something back for Braun. They're not gonna lose him for anything.
Yeah, but you're not just getting.
It depends on what it looks like. Is it 2 role players and a pick, a second-round pick, or just some second-round picks? They'll get something.
No,
it would have to make sense though. You can't just do anything for LeBron.
Yeah, and then it becomes who wants to pay him and what is he looking to get paid to? Who can afford him?
Nothing's for real for LeBron.
Because somebody said him going to the Knicks would be amazing, but that's what the analyst said.
No, wouldn't.
I know.
These
I don't
niggas
agree that.
telling fantasy and shit.
The niggas stupid.
Why would they fucking want LeBron?
Yeah, them niggas.
I don't fucking know why anybody went. There's nothing to LeBron. It's just him being 41. Yes, he can still give you some, but him being a third option, it's going to work in certain scenarios. But what happens is what happened this year when your best player goes down, you have no choice but to throw Braun into the forefront. And if your team isn't built around that, it doesn't work.
I mean, Braun just need to be consistent at this point, and just do what he typically do, which is make splashes. I would go play with Steph. Fuck it.
That's what I was telling people. I said if he goes anywhere, he would see the Steph. I see Golden State offer him but then it's like, what
that makes the most sense.
What are you taking? What are they going to pay him to go there? And what is he willing to take? Because from what I'm hearing, he still wants a lucrative contract. There's not no veteran minimum there.
And that's the problem he's gonna run into because he shouldn't.
And that's my point. It depends all on how much you want to get paid, what pay cut he's willing to take. That it depends.
Man,
that's true.
It's again, they done.
You said about KD, he should be willing to take a back seat.
Yeah, he should be.
Pay wise as well.
Pay wise as well. Yeah.
No, that's the thing about KD. Like, it's gonna be hard for him to take a back seat anyway.
100%. That's why I said if he don't, you might have to Carmelo this night.
Oh, I'm saying like him taking a back seat ain't like a good thing. Like Brian can take a back seat because he can still affect the game in different aspects. KD affects the game in one way, like so.
Right.
Taking a back means him going from 25 a game to now you getting 19 a game. But you will only be able to get away with that on certain teams.
Right. And that's why I said he should be on those certain teams, nigga, so he could take a back seat and not have to fucking be the front guy at his age when he does not want to be the front guy.
He do want to be the front guy.
He wants the front guy privileges, but he does not want to be the front guy. That is KD. I'm not going to say I will not sugarcoat, I will not protect him. He wants the front guy privileges without being the front guy. And that's why I said in my soliloquy when you and Mulich was off the screen last Tuesday that if that's the way he's going to act, I will not defend him. If you want to act like the first option and be the fucking first option and perform like the first option. But if you could just shut your fucking mouth and just take a step back and let somebody else lead the team, nigga, and all you do is do what you do and let them have some sets for you to get your shots up, nigga, 15 shots a game, then I'm good. I still stand on it. I'm good. You 15 shots, he making 8, 9, maybe 10 of them, bro. That's all you need. He's still going to get his 20. It's just not going to look like the 26. It's not going to look like that at all.
What I'm saying though, like he is only like, bro, the only team he could probably get away with that third option and is going to directly correlate. It would be a team like the Celtics. But I don't even know if he can start over there. He had to then come off the bench, be the 6th man of the year and shit. All type of.
I'm not mad at that either. I'm not mad because I said this is what I said. Y'all niggas was paying that. In my soliloquy last Tuesday, I said if the nigga gotta come off the bench, he gotta come off the bench.
Yeah, but that shit, he just should retire, gang. God damn.
I'm with you, nigga.
I bet you won the championship.
But he is still valuable though. That's why you don't retire, because he's still valuable. He's not retiring before LeBron, bro. He's not doing it.
But Bron, like Bron, to me, based on what I think this year, still got more to offer a team than KD, bro.
Yeah, because Bron's an all-around player.
Glad you won another championship.
Yeah, but I just think that's
what I see it as. How bad you won another championship?
KD can only offer you scoring and a little bit of help defense. That's all you can get out of him. And that help defense is minimizing by each year. The older his knees get, nigga.
But that's key, though. I just think that's
100%. And that's why I said you got to use this nigga as a three-point sniper the way they use Ray Allen late in his career.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, Boston probably ain't doing this shit, bro.
Boston would do it for the right amount of money. It's KD not. There you go, Moon. KD not doing it. Boston, what the hell is you gonna do that shit? Yo, you gonna play behind these two, nigga, and give you 50 shots, nigga, just be a sniper, nigga.
How bad you want to win a championship,
How
bro?
bad you want to win, nigga? That's it. That's all we got, boo. That's all we
got. I got bigger fish to fry right now. So
listen,
that's true.
Listen. You brought him up. I'm just saying, but he can go be a second option on other teams too, and take a little bit of a back and work his way to the bench.
Where?
Timberwolves.
I don't like it.
How bad you want to win a championship?
I ain't gotta say you gotta like it.
I think they better without him.
I think that's fair.
You can say that, but he can go to the Timberwolves and be a second option.
Yeah, and just to waste people fucking time again. I'm cool on that.
You never know.
Also fair.
What if he actually is the missing piece that the Timberwolves need? They win a championship. Then what? Then what?
I think the Timberwolves could win a title this year. I'm saying the Knicks should win the title though. I'm just saying shit.
No, we're not talking about. I'm just saying, what if KD go there and he helped them over the hump and they win a title with KD on the team? Then what?
I assure you, nothing in Kevin Durant's last 6 years.
We're not talking about what.
I can't live in La La Land. I can't. I don't.
La La Land, nigga. Hypothetical.
I don't want to go in what if land today, Troy. I don't want.
Technically,
you just
went
into
all
it.
You gotta do is come out here.
He a bad person to go into what if shit with. Like it'd be different if I seen him go to. The only time I ever seen him go somewhere.
Yeah, but it's the way that these teams are utilizing him still, boo. That's a part of it. If you're letting this nigga come in and talk you into letting him be the first option, then you stupid too.
Bro, Brooklyn was stupid.
Brooklyn, no, because he was coming off his championships, but he also was injured then. So Brooklyn had an idea of what he could have been, but he just couldn't stay healthy after that.
What about
the 3 years on Brooklyn? He just wasn't there.
So
Phoenix, he got them to the playoffs the first year. They didn't get to the second year.
Get them to no fucking playoffs.
Yes, he did.
They just getting there. Like, what are you talking about?
They what?
You act like they went.
They what?
Yeah, they went to the finals.
Yeah, and then they lost CP3, got KD, and went to the playoffs.
No, CP3 was on the team.
Well, they still went to the playoffs with KD. What are we talking about?
No, they got worse once CP3 left.
100% because you didn't have the offensive anchor. You didn't have the offensive anchor and the defensive anchor. You didn't have the guys get in their spots and do what the fuck they supposed to do. That's why the Clippers told that nigga to go home. Like that's why the Clippers told that nigga to go home because that's what he was giving the Suns. But We can't sit here and like act like KD didn't help that team get to a playoffs. Did they lose 100%? But he got there. We can't sit here and be like, oh, he didn't make the playoffs last year with them. But ignore that he was on a team that worked that made the fucking playoffs the year before.
If they've been making
they didn't have the leadership,
making the playoffs with
because they thought they could replace the leadership with KD, and that's a stupid fucking organization. Because like Boo, I was gonna say earlier, there's no way in KD history does he show me he can do that,
bro. They were making the playoffs before KD, and they just made the playoffs after KD.
And they also made the playoffs with KD.
Yeah, but they was making the playoffs before him.
So what?
That's the story of his career, isn't it?
That's the story of his career. Thank you, Moo. They did this shit. We did this shit before you, nigga, and we did this shit after you, my nigga.
After you.
What you talking about?
At the end of the day,
how
bad do we really need you?
Listen, I'm not debating that they did it before him or did it after him, but we're not going to sit here and give him blame for not making it the year they make it, but don't give him no credit for the year that he was on the team and they made it. Not doing that bullshit. It goes both ways. That's my point. So you can say this is the story of his career, but he also was on the team that got to the playoffs. It does not matter. They traded for KD to upgrade the team because they was trying to get over the hump. They got to the finals and got their asses whipped.
Everybody that's on the team, you being technical as fuck right now. We know everybody that's on the team at some point helped during a season to get a team to the playoffs.
No, that's not true.
For the season, yes, it is true.
It's not true. That's not true. It's not true. And we can sit here and blame KD all we want, but let's not forget they also traded for Bradley Beal, who became unavailable, which he was supposed to also help them get over the fucking hump. Is a reason why they did not make the playoffs. That's a key piece in it. But hey, let's just blame KD. Anyway, let's move on to the next game. Wolves versus Spurs. I think they play tonight. I gotta check it. Let me get. I
wasn't gonna defend KD anymore, but I just defended.
Let me get the.
I think they do play tonight.
Let me get the Spurs and Timberwolves. Yes, they're coming on. Oh, they're on right now. Let me refresh the page. Pre-game. They're coming on now. Wemby gets injected last game with a nasty elbow to Naz Reid. Yeah, he got ejected with a nasty elbow. He ejected on the he got a nasty elbow to Naz Reid. Naz Reid was okay. But do we like it or do we not like it, boy?
That shit was dumb as shit.
Stupid.
What's he doing?
Like he was trying to knock. What do you mean? What he was doing?
What are you doing, bro? Like
they grabbing, pulling, slapping.
He was doing his best meta world piece.
Right. Nah. Back in the day, you throw the elbows to clear him out, nigga. That's all he was doing.
All right. His best meta world piece.
All right. I was dumb when he did it. Fucking up my.
That's true.
Right. Meta world piece explained he was going to do his celebration, and James Harden face got in the way.
That nigga wasn't doing no celebration.
Yes, he was. Nigga, he did this little jumping celebration, and he was going to go do it, and James Harden face got in the way, man.
Oh, that nigga lying, bro. That nigga meta is hilarious.
That nigga
is hilarious, bro.
And
them niggas crazy.
My nigga Victor was tweaking that night, man. He was
Hey, he didn't know what a flagrant 2 was. That nigga said, "What is that?"
You're gone, nigga. You're barbecue.
That nigga said, he looked at Harrison and said, "Bro, what's that?" He said, "A flagrant." He said, "I'm a jet." Oh shit. Okay. I mean, he took it like a real nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you, but
Listen. I'll tell you, I agree with the coach. We don't want that type of thing in there, but at some point, Victor has to protect himself if the Reds ain't gonna do it.
Bro, that wasn't a situation where he had to protect himself.
But if he was going through shit all that time, what would make him think that this is not going to be another time that he's going to go through?
Going through what?
And then if you see after he throws that, while he's throwing the elbow, the nigga behind him is grabbing him and fucking all pulling him. Like, what are we talking about? It wasn't a situation. He was fighting for his life.
Oh, it's playoff basketball.
He was fighting for his life.
No, he wasn't.
The playing for his life is crazy.
That nigga was bogus.
He's fighting for his life, bro.
That shit was unnecessary.
Nigga, he was fighting for his life.
Fighting for his life out here. Y'all killing me, man.
Fucking him up, but what? So if I come down 4 times and y'all fuck me up on that 5th time, I'm just supposed to get fucked up again?
And I really thought the league just inconsistent. Like that's why I say like,
oh yeah, they should have suspended him. I'm with you.
Yes.
Wemby should be suspended, but I could look at it, and what I can tell you is, we talked about this before. History plays a factor in it, and Wemby does not have a history yet. So I can understand it does, because that's what they did to Draymond. They suspended him because, and a big factor that went into Draymond getting suspended was because of his history of the acts of doing things. Right. Wemby does not have that. That goes into it too.
But that's not how it should work.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just an unfortunate case of
that's a gray area.
The NBA.
No, that's just him being a star in this league, and they just not
right. And he should not do it 100%.
Not going to suspend a star player. That's what it is. But the reality,
you can say that.
Yeah, if it was Draymond Green, he would have got suspended
because of the
history. But I'm saying, anytime you do something like that, because I think that was unnecessary.
It was malicious.
It was malicious. You could have hurt someone. And it wasn't no real incident going on in that particular scenario. I could understand if a guy unnecessarily draped on his back and he just like, get the fuck off me. I could see that.
That came after. But they were in there, and he was trying to clear it out.
Niggas, these 7'4", he got the ball down here. They going that's what's going to happen.
Well, the ball wasn't
basketball, bro.
Yes, but at some it is basketball, but it's not basketball for them to be able to foul me and get away with it just because I'm old.
Yes, that's the gray area of basketball. You've been playing basketball
and just like
career. That's part of you getting fouled. That's normal.
Right. And that elbow clears out shit.
Normal foul should be accepted. But
I'm gonna go look at how many times he was elbow before.
Normal.
Sometimes a hard foul happens.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, hard fouls happen.
Yeah. Motherfuckers slap you on the end. That's how you get the and ones.
And hard foul happened to Nas Reed.
No,
Nas
Reed, like most of the time, big man get the rebound, trying to secure it. The elbows are high. The elbow came this way. That was
that was the free elbow. But if you look at the other elbow, it was tied up with the other nigga behind him.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so why didn't he just was going like this? He was working out.
Bro, he had two people grabbing at the ball. He grabs the ball, and then after the fact, after he got secured, I know he heard the whistle because he still drew the foul. No, heard the whistle. He cleared that man, bro.
I'm not objecting to him clearing him, but yes, his other arm has two fucking hands on it being pulled down as he's throwing the elbow. Both of them. I can show you right fucking now because I know I watched it because I made a video on it. Like this is his fucking arm right here, Boo-Wop, has two hands on it as he's throwing the elbow. Now, if you don't believe me, look at how his arm is hooked right here by the guy behind him. What is he to do?
That's
not necessary.
Troy, there's nothing malicious about that.
Look at nobody said it was malicious. All I said is that the nigga threw the elbow because the other nigga was behind him, grabbing him up. What is he supposed to do? You said no, he wasn't grabbing him. That's clear proof he was grabbing him.
That was a foul being called on the play. Relax.
And he's still trying to free himself.
I'm
not saying it's necessary for it. No, I never said it was necessary for him to throw the elbow. I said it was wrong for him to throw it. But I'm saying I could understand him trying to clear space like everybody fucking does with their elbows, him just maliciously catching fucking Nas Reed. I'm not taking no nothing off of him. But this nigga is being tied up, grabbed, pulled on, and all this other shit. The coach said it. He got to protect himself at some point.
Protect himself from what?
From these niggas doing this to him, holding his arm down.
Go on, man. Go
on. Oh, yeah, go on, Boo-Wop. You get your fucking arm held down and see what you react to.
How is he getting hurt?
What are you talking about? Didn't Kevin Love get hurt from fucking Kelly Olynyk pulling his arm down? What are we talking about here? Do we have selective fucking memory? Go watch the video. His arm is being pulled down. What do you mean? How could he get hurt?
You're right.
I'm not trying to be right. The video is right.
His arm is being pulled down. You're right.
Go watch it.
I see a guy grabbing somebody.
Right, that still frame. But the first still frame I showed was two hands on Victor Wembanyama's arm. Not the still frame of him grabbing him. Go watch the video, bro. Pull it up right now. Pull it up like I did and watch it. What is he so bad at? 100%. Not taking off him. But come on, bro. My arm is being pulled. I'm trying to free myself. Yeah, the whistle came, but by the time that whistle blew, that nigga was already in the act of swinging that elbow.
So, a nigga grab your arm. You're comparing that to the Kelly Olynyk shit.
No, you said, how could he get hurt?
How?
Said, in response to that,
Kelly Olynyk
did we
shit.
not see Kenny pulled it out the socket? I know what Kenny did. I'm a Boston fan. I know what he did. But who's to say that that couldn't have happened? You said, how could he have got injured? I gave you how he could have got injured.
Did Jalen McDaniels grab his arm?
Yes, he grabbed his arm and he was pulling down on it. Yes.
I know he wasn't.
Yes.
I just watched. He wasn't pulling down.
He was.
He just grabbed it.
He was. His arms came down, and where was his hands at first?
You justified.
Where was his hands first?
That's elbow, man. That shit is nasty.
No, you being nasty. Where was his arms at first?
That nigga Victor.
Where was his arms at first?
It cost his team again.
He hooked his arm. First, you say he didn't hook his arm. He hooked his arm. Okay, he didn't pull down, but he's holding his arm while he's moving, which can still cause an injury. So excuse Troy for Troy saying he's pulling his arm down. He didn't pull it down. But how could he get hurt? He can still dislocate his fucking shoulder from him holding his arm while he's trying to move it. Let's stop acting like accidents don't fucking happen.
Whatever you say, bro.
It's not what I'm about to say. You don't victify the man. He's young. He made a fucking mistake. But they're fucking overdoing it too.
You don't victimize him. You don't want to victimize him. You don't want to make him
victimizing him.
He grabbed his arm.
And I gave you
elbow.
He didn't grab. You said I literally said he hooked his arm. You said no, he didn't. He didn't hook his arm. He did. Go back to the if you watch the beginning, he already has it hooked as he's coming down with the fucking rebound. What are we talking about? He hooked it. It's hooked. And then he goes into a grab. He moves the other arm in. As soon as he comes down with the rebound, his arm, because he goes for it, gets hooked with Wemby's other arm. Now he's trying to free it. That's when he holds it. He throws the elbow. Should never threw the elbow.
Yeah, that shit don't. That shit to me, that's unnecessarily. And
it is. I agree with you, but it's unnecessary for this nigga to be holding my arm while I'm trying to fucking move.
If I'm saying it's unnecessary, you can't later try to challenge me by saying, well, he was trying to protect himself. From what?
I said the coach. I said I agree with what the coach said. The coach said it. I said I agree with it. I do agree with it. I said, and he said I didn't say he was protecting himself. I said the coach said at some point Wemby has to protect himself if they're not going to do it, meaning the refs. I said I agree with that statement.
But at some point, the reality is you got to steal to make it seem like what I have not seen nobody really be overly dirty with Wemby yet. Like I know it's some dirty plays, and yes, that happens to all great players, bro. You're gonna have to do some. He's a 7'4" player. Like, yes, they're gonna be physical with him. That's the only advantage you have really with this guy. Other than you have to be physical with him.
Yeah, you can be physical 100%, but you don't gotta wrap my arm up and then grab it and hold it while I'm trying to move, bro.
Bro, that's typical basketball shit, bro. That shit happens. Bro.
Well, if that shit's happened to me over and over and over, and I'm trying to get free, what am I supposed to do? I'm just not supposed to play. I ain't supposed to do nothing. I agree with you 100%.
Arm, give me my fucking arm. Like you can do a lot of shit.
He can do a lot of shit.
The motherfucker that ain't doing nothing to you.
He can do a lot of shit, but you're right. And he picked the wrong thing to do. He threw an elbow. I'm not justifying the elbow, but I'm just saying, nigga, I do understand why the nigga threw the elbow.
Then you are justifying by saying you.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I do not agree with him throwing the elbow, but I understood why he threw it. You could understand something without agreeing with it. I don't understand people. Like that's how regular life works. You understand things and then you can still disagree. Yes, it is. There's a lot of things that we understand, but we don't agree with it or we don't align with. Yes, it is. It's exactly how life works. What about all the knowledge in your head? Do you agree with it? No.
That's how it works for you.
Okay, well, I guess that's not how having knowledge works. We just all agree with all knowledge. Everything that's put out there, we all agree with.
What?
Nobody has an understanding of things that they don't agree with. Like atheists don't have an understanding of Jesus. They do. I have an atheist friend. Like I don't understand it. Like
I don't.
What are we talking about here?
I don't understand it either.
What are we talking about here?
You're telling me again, you understand why he threw a malicious elbow, but at the same time saying, I don't agree with
him throwing the elbow, but yes, I understand why he threw it.
Why do you
I
understand?
just explained to you why you mean. I just explained to you why he threw it. We just sat here and bickered back and forth for a good 15 minutes on why he threw it.
Do you felt like that play in particular, he was in danger?
I mean, and I wouldn't think I was in danger, but maybe he did. Who's to say? We could look here on the outside and say, do you think he was in danger? Nigga, ask him that. I can't speak for him. I don't know what Wemby was thinking in that moment to throw the elbow. I don't agree with him throwing the elbow. But whatever he was thinking in that moment, he threw the shit. But he has to learn from it. He can't do it again. He cannot. It goes into the history. He should have been suspended. I told you all of that. But I can understand why the nigga was like, yo, move. We have seen NBA players do it before throughout the history of the NBA. And niggas clear space. Garnett used to do it all the time.
And if they are doing it, it needs to be some type of reason why.
To get space. That's why the niggas throw their elbows. It's illegal to throw your elbows. You're not supposed to throw them.
You don't throw that to get some space. I could push you off of me to get some
that's space. Not now. I got an offensive foul on me.
I don't care. You're gonna get an ejection if you throw a fucking elbow.
We didn't even know what the ejection was, bro. So this nigga don't know. We know.
Well, whatever, bro. Now
we know. He didn't know, nigga.
Like you. That shit, if he would have thrown the elbow in the Euro League, wherever he came from, he knows. I don't suspended, bro. Or something.
I don't know. I don't know where he come from.
Man, come on, man.
He just appeared to me.
You're not finna justify that shit. That shit was malicious.
I'm not justifying. You're looking at it like I'm justifying. I'm not justifying. You asked me a question, I answered it. I don't agree with him throwing the elbow. He should have never threw it, but I can understand why he threw it. You just don't like that I understand why he threw it. I don't care that it bothers you that I can understand why a man does something, but not agree with his actions, or why a person could do something and understand it and not agree with their actions. But anyway, we got another game. Pistons versus Cavs. We was talking about this a little earlier. And Buwab said Cavs should beat the Pistons. Why is that, Buwab?
We went over the money. The money just say they should beat them. Simple. Like they've been together.
We didn't do the Pistons.
We did.
We did the Pistons? We didn't do the Pistons.
Yes, we did. That was the first thing we did. Then we did the Knicks.
Didn't do no damn Isaiah Stewart and Tim Dunn. No, we didn't. We did the Lakers. That was the first thing we did.
I mean, we did the Cavs. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we did the Cavs. I said we didn't do the Pistons because the Pistons only got one player over 20,000.
I'm not talking about the Pistons. They a young team. They're overachieving.
And the money says.
No, the money says.
I just wanted to check the money.
The Cavs should beat the Pistons. That's
right. And I wanted to check the Pistons' money to see if I agree with you.
Oh, them niggas they got young players, young contracts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got a first option pay and a second option pay. Then you got like a third option-ish pay with, Herder and Robinson, but Isaiah Stewart too with $15 million.
I'm not number 3 options. I'm more like 4 options. 15 million. That's not a lot of money in this era.
No, it's not. But you only got Duncan at 16.8.
Yeah, that's role player money. That's like.
But then the next person after that, who will be the third option, is 17.9 and Kevin Herter. Do they just have no third option?
It's Tobias.
Tobias Harris is the second option.
Right. Yeah. That's again. Like, he's not a second option in this league. But that's just
Tobias.
He can like one, but he don't play like.
You said what move?
I said officially, unofficially, he's a second option. They go to him because they really don't have nobody else to go to.
Yeah. Bro, like, let's just be 100, bro. Like, the Pistons is overachieving, bro. Cade is playing like a superstar. That's why they at right now. That's why.
I think the thing that people miss out on too, the East was pretty hurt too this year. And that's not to take nothing away from the Pistons. Not to because you play who's in front of you, you don't control it. You must win the games that they put forth. But there's some teams that started off hurt. Guys came back late. Some guys that lost guys in the beginning of the season, midway through the season, late in the season. So I agree with the overachieving, but that could definitely be because of the circumstances that they were given. I mean, Tyler Pistons star out. That's a big loss for the Tyrese Halliburton. That's a big loss for the East because you see how well the Pistons performed.
Oh, that's facts. But I still think no matter what, the regular season is fool's gold. Depending on how you look at it, you can't. But a lot of people do. They just look at a team like Detroit, where they the 1 seed, and that's why it didn't surprise me that they took a 3-1 comeback against a team like Orlando.
Yeah,
Detroit is not what you call a great team, like for real. They have a great identity and they have a great budding star in Cade. But to me, they don't have a legit number 2. They don't. So that when you don't have a legit number 2, that tells me that you have somebody masquerading as a number 2. And guess what that means? Now
somebody masquerading as a number 3.
Exactly. And it keeps going on and on.
Yep.
So now you're overcompensating. Players are overcompensating. People have unrealistic expectations for players because they played good in the regular season. Like, it's just too much for me, bro. Like, the playoffs is when you're going to find out what you really got. That's why I say Austin Reeves is fucked up right now because he keep getting exposed in the playoffs. Like, and teams are watching that. They watch that shit. Because that's what they're going to pay you for. What you going to do for us in these playoffs?
That's what Austin Rivers just said to that guy, Spider-Man's best friend.
Like, what the fuck?
If you know, you know. I'm sitting over here arguing with the guy, the Spider-Man's best friend.
All right.
Austin Reeves, funny as hell.
Austin Rivers, you talking about?
Yeah, Austin Rivers. Yeah, Austin Rivers.
Yeah.
Austin Rivers, funny as hell. I'm over here arguing with Spider-Man best friend. But look, I agree. I agree with Boy. The Cavs are one of those teams that shouldn't be a first seed. They don't have a real number 2, even though Tobias has been playing that role. I would like to see how they fill out because Tobias is a free agent next year. Kevin Huerter is a free agent next year. Jalen is Jalen Duran. He's a free agent next year. And then you got some Javonte Green, Isaac Jones, Wendell Moore Jr., and some dude named Tulu Smith are all free agents next year. So they have some space to fill out the roster, maybe find themselves another 2. The good thing that I think I'm seeing here too is that they have some money.
Yeah,
they're gonna have some money next year.
The thing about the Pistons, and I know it's probably gonna come as a sacrifice, and they're probably gonna be upset about it, but they're gonna have to sacrifice defense for offense. They have a really solid young defensive team right now, and they play really good physical defense. And while that's a solid identity, and I understand where David Bickerstaff is trying to go, you're gonna have to sacrifice some of that for some offensive firepower, or at least for some players that can do both. Right, that can give you some really good offensive outlook, and also give you buckets on it, or some really good offensive or defensive outlook and give you buckets on the offensive end. Right, they can't just be the Cade show and Cade dropping 38, 45, 60 points every single fucking night. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to sacrifice some of these young defensive dogs and bring in some offensive dogs, or at least bring in some 2-way dogs that can do what you need them to do to be successful. Because it's not gonna go over the way they think it's gonna go over. They're gonna be constantly competitive, yeah, sure, but at the same time, where's that really going to get you? So if they want to get over that hump, if they want to be looked at as a true championship contender or a true championship team, they're going to have to bring in some young offensive firepower, or just some consistent offensive firepower outside the cage.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Because the Cavs, like I told Boo before we got on, the Cavs are the better team offensively, or should be the better team offensively. We see the Pistons going these spurts, especially on the road and road games. If you look at it in this playoffs, they don't play well offensively, and it really comes out in their defense when they're at home. That leads to offensive buckets. So they do got a lot of questions there. I hope we don't get to a scenario where we're wasting Cade's prime. It's good to see a team like this compete, because I think you're also showing those teams that love to tank that we can actually get there and maybe win a championship and make some revenue, because you do make some revenue when you when you win a championship. So, I would like to see it done. But
and on top of that, it tells teams that you can actually build to the draft if you know what you're doing. So there's that too.
I just feel like
Thinking doesn't always have to be the answer.
I just feel like at this point, it's just the Cavs time. I said in the beginning of the year, I felt like the Cavs and the Knicks should get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's
it
true
was
too.
their year, but when it boils down to it, bro, like I don't know. I think it's gonna come down to like James Harden, man. Like this dude, man.
wet in the bed.
And the way the
shot last game
is what's 5-0 on a, they only win at the crib. So it's like it's weird. Like
and this series is a test to them because Pistons do not have to win on the road.
No, they don't either. They can be just like y'all were and get away with it in this series. So
and go and play the Knicks instead of you guys
with home court advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So, me personally, bro, like, it's just I want to see the two teams that I feel like should be there. So, but I do feel like those two teams in particular, it's like they have these players they're at the point in their careers, like a Donovan Mitchell. Like, if you're gonna win the title, Donovan, this is your time. I don't know when you might get the opportunity to do it again, bro. You have the team, like this is why, like, this would be the time he would get the chance to show us, like, yes, I am a superstar. This is his moment. That game he just had yesterday, he's doing superstar like shit. But you got to close the deal as well, like to get in them rooms. You have to. You just have to.
So I feel you on that. And Troy, you're on mute.
Thank you, because I was over here talking my ass off. I was saying, like I said before in one of my videos, that I know there's a lot of people out there with videos already typed up and posts already typed up for Donovan Mitchell, when we should have them typed up for James Harden. But I'm gonna save my shit for later. All right, I don't want to be a James Harden hater to boo up right now. But we're gonna move on to our top 10 that we've been trying to do for the last 7,800 years. Troy does not want to wait no more. So
right
I'm
now,
not.
Top 10 right now.
You said what?
The top 10 right now. Like, what are we doing in the 90s?
No, top 10's right now. Our top 10 players of the season.
You know, I've seen.
So Boo-Wop, Mulich. Who y'all niggas got? Let's go. Let's do this. And no tier list today. Too long. I gotta go. But let's go. Top 10.
Spain is probably clear number one, right?
Oh shit. So
I'm just assuming so.
I'm gonna go Shea 1 year. I'm gonna have to go Jokic.
Yeah, I go Jokic too. I understand a lot of people trying to create narratives, but he's still one of the best players in the NBA, so we got to respect that.
3, kind of interesting.
I'm
gonna say Luka though.
I'm not mad at Luka. It was either gonna be Luka or Giannis for me, but I'm fucking with Giannis at 4.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, works.
But how for something I forget how to spell it. I-N-N-I-S.
Yeah.
I know how to spell. That's one of the words I'm proud I know how to spell.
Not a word.
Who number 5? You told me to keep going? That's what you said to me?
Number
Would
5.
you Wimby?
Wimby might be them. Mm.
Or Ant-Man?
This year was it Wimby.
I was okay. I'm with that. That's fair. That's fair. I'm
Let's
not
go.
mad
Wimby, then
I feel comfortable throwing Ant-Man at 6.
blew up. You agree?
I ain't mad at Ant. I ain't mad at Ant 6. Cool. I want to say Brunson or hell no, Troy. What the fuck?
I would say
Hell yeah, I put Brown at 5. Y'all didn't see that.
this nigga's Troy is crazy.
How
I'm
am I crazy?
either Jalen Brunson or Donovan Mitchell.
And I'll go Brunson, then D Mitch.
That's crazy. D Mitch before Brown, y'all disrespect.
Man, after what I done seen, then in the playoffs, and
Listen, we talking about the season, not the playoffs. This is what I mean. This is why we got to do this early on before the playoffs start, because then this list would be different. Yeah, motherfuckers. And then y'all said who? Bronson, then who?
I really want to put Cade. Put Cade.
Brunson, then D Mitch, then Cade.
Low key want Cade over Brunson. But yeah, Cade. Troy, I promise you, with the 10 games that Jason Tatum played, I was so secure with my original analysis more than ever. He's clearly the best player on the team. Like, it's nothing.
Oh, I know 100% that.
Yeah, like that's the problem.
Yeah,
he
I
just
know
had
that.
a good season. I understand he had a great season, but I never for a second thought like better than
you was up here when my brother-in-law was here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was texting me throughout the playoffs, telling me that Brown's better than Tatum.
He's tripping.
I'm talking about he gaslighting me. I said, nigga, you're not gaslighting me. Yeah, I see D Mitch, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, can you just spell it correctly? And then you said Cade. And then who rounds out your number 10?
Interesting. Like we missed somebody though.
Brown.
It's normally Tatum or Kawhi or
Devin Booker. You're missing Devin Booker.
What the fuck? Hell no.
KD, LeBron, Steph Curry.
Steph, usually one of them, but them niggas hurting. Halliburton hurt.
Cooper Flag.
No. Hell no.
Pretty good. How are you?
Embiid was hurt.
Kawhi
had a top 10 season. I'm gonna be respectful. We'll put Jaylen Brown. Fuck it, man. Yeah.
I think the respect is out the window.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know.
He should definitely be higher. We just talking seasons. Because what goes into that? What you do with less, right?
I guess you're right.
So why is Brown number 10? That's crazy. But anyway,
he should be number 40 in basically.
And was Giannis not injured? His team didn't make the playoff. Nah, but listen, that's your list. Shea, Joker, Luka, Giannis, Wemby, Ant-Man, Brunson, D. Mitch, Cade, and Brown. That is it. And Mulich, can you be so kind to take us out? He said,
make sure you guys tune in to the rest of the show throughout the rest of the week. We appreciate you guys tuning in today. If you guys like what we had to say today and what we got to say in the future, please like, comment, and subscribe. turn on that goddamn notification bell and make sure to pop up at the top of your screen. Do not swipe up, swipe down to make sure you see us go live. Appreciate everybody listening on Hot News Radio. Shout out to everybody in the comments. If you were in the comments, pop in the comments. Shout out to everybody that was just viewing and watching. Make sure you guys tune in to Gentlemen's Talk on Wednesday. They're gonna have a really good dope show for your coffee glass on Thursday and Inside Fun on Friday. We'll be back at y'all. Make sure you guys keep coming back so we keep going up. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace. All right, then.
If it's hoops, we map it. No story, we're lacking. Every week, bring the heat like a fast break happening. So lace up, tune in, let the energy rise. Where the game meets the mic.